This video today is more geared towards the paranormal community. I want to show you guys who Matt Rife really is. Now, this is pulled out of a larger live stream that I did, and I know not everyone watches them, and it was sort of a variety stream where we talked about many different topics. So I'm going to split it up between a couple of videos here, but I just want to show you guys what I covered for Matt Rife in this live stream, because I know a lot of people in the paranormal community don't actually know much about him other than he's a famous comedian, and they all a lot of you guys think that he's a really nice guy, but he's not. All right, so let me show you guys a little bit about his controversies and the type of person that he actually really is. All right, now this video is from Chad, and it's called TikTok's Problematic Comedian. So now she's still funny, but now we're going to be covering the more serious side of them.
One of those guys is Matt Rife. And if you get stand-up comedy clips on your FYP, you've probably seen him around. He looks like this. He's the one with the eyes. He stumbled into a little bit of controversy recently, and not so recently. Netflix just released a comedy special featuring Matt Rife, and one of the opening jokes he makes is a bit insensitive.
The hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. Couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? This is put her in the kitchen or something. Where nobody has to see her face. Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. It is so great to be here. Thank you for coming. Domestic violence. That's my time. I'll be here all week. But I will not be here all week. I've been asked to leave. Not only is the joke in poor taste, but given the fact that his audience is mostly female and his success on social media is mostly thanks to his female audience, there was some back.
Yeah. I had Haunted Honeymoon lined up to watch tonight, but this is better. Yeah, at least Chad can turn a serious issue into more of a comedy.
Female, and his success on social media is mostly thanks to his female audience. There was some backlash.
I watched the first 3 minutes of the Matt Rife comedy special on Netflix and turned it off.
So many people have dark humor mixed up. Dark humor is when you make a funny joke about something unfortunate that you have experienced, not other people's experience.
A comedian ruining his relationship with a large portion of his fan base because he wanted to be like all the other boring ass Netflix special you can't tell a joke anymore crowd is actually just depressing.
And Matt responded to the criticism with a leveled, thought out, heartfelt statement. Just kidding, he posted this.
If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. And the link is to special needs helmets.
Really putting the comedian and comedian there. Hello? It's 2016 YouTube. They said they want their... Oh. Okay, they're just yelling slurs now. One of his main things is that a lot of people find him attractive,
yeah, so that's how he handled the backlash. That's how one of the things he did. I'm surprised they didn't invite Shane Dawson to the War Museum. Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen for sure. Yeah, he really did that. Yes, he's supposed to be a Christian. Yeah. So about the story out. I can't get past the special. It's doubling and tripling down. He does. Oh yeah, he tripled down. He keeps going. It's not just the helmets.
Especially Matt Rife. Matt Rife finds Matt Rife very attractive.
I mean, people don't want to laugh at physically attractive people. You don't want to walk on stage and have people looking at your arms rather than listening to your jokes. I think it just makes me work that much harder on the material and the jokes that I'm trying to tell to get people to focus on the real.
Jesus Christ.
Real show at hand.
He thinks it hinders his comedy in some ways. He has to work harder because he's attractive. It's it hinders his comedy in some ways. He has to.
Why being attractive isn't helping his career. If it's not helping your career, then go and get your fillers dissolved. Shave your head. If you think being hot is ruining your career, shave your head and get your fillers dissolved. And get your veneers unbleached or something. Make them yellow.
Work harder because he's attractive. It's like a hurdle, how hot he is. Our hearts go out to him and his struggles. May he overcome. It just makes him seem like he'd be the kind of guy to stop and look at his reflection in every car window he passes by.
Hey, I think that guy's trying to break into my car.
No, I'm just sexy as fuck. Okay, well, no funny business. Oh, I'm already in that business. And since we're talking about businesses, let's talk about this one.
Yeah, there's lots of attractive women. Okay, I am going to skip this ad because the lady who runs this company is a cult leader. So let's just not give her any attention.
Thank you to Semper for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Matt's been doing comedy for a pretty long time, but he didn't find a lot of success until he started posting on TikTok.
He didn't do anything? Did he not have a job the entire time you guys were together? He did? He worked at the ER also? Are you working with a hero?
After this video, his account blew up and he started posting more clips of crowd work. He started building this audience that was there for his funny interactions with crowd members, but also how much.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, this is an older video, guys. So this is like a couple years ago. I think the CEO of Scentbird started like going crazy a couple years ago. Like it's the timing. Yeah, the Scentbird lady is a cult leader. She's insane. I mean, we could look at that next.
They liked his face and stuff.
It's not like I made the.
It's not a perfume cult. No, she's just weird. Like, so she like pretends like she gets downloads or whatever. She thinks she gets downloads from alien crafts and stuff. I've watched some of it and I'm like, what the fuck?
Conscious decision to be born a straight white male. I probably would have.
But he's made a couple comments during interviews that sound like he kind of resents the fact that his audience is most.
Yeah, crowd work, because most comedians are funnier when they're not trying to be funny. Yeah, like crowd work comedians, you got to stick with crowd work. Like, who's that one that, God, she's coming to Toronto, and like every day, I was actually wanting to go see her, and then every day was sold out. Lucy Darling. You guys have to watch Lucy Darling if you're not familiar with her. She keeps putting on more tickets, more nights for Toronto because everything's selling out. And now I just got another email saying that there's tickets again. And let's see, is this gonna work? Hold on. Like literally she's added 4 different shows to everything. She's so funny though. Lucy Darling is excellent. And no, tickets all sold out again, all sold out. I'm never gonna be able to see her in person. Lucy Darling is designed to be crowd work, and she started as a magician, and she's like the only she's like a Guinness World Record for fire eating, but she's so funny. Oh my God. Her crowd work is so funny.
The female.
So they bring their boyfriends or husbands.
No, it's not the deep voice lady. She's like wearing a red wig and she's like, hello, my darling. She's really funny.
Who are always reluctant because they fucking probably bought the tickets.
Right.
What's linked to Chad's page? Hold on. Let me bring it up. The Chad ×2. Here, let me throw it in the chat.
They didn't want to be there. And then like 20 minutes into the show, they realized like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is girls. It's so funny. My live shows, to me, I've always gone for the tone of like, I just wanted to feel like a hangout with the boys.
My comedy is for boys only. No girls allowed. To get into my shows, you have to bring 2 forms of ID and wash your face like this. A couple different times he's talked about how he doesn't want his content geared towards women and he makes it trying to appeal to guys. One thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. But why do we have to gender comedy? If you can only make jokes that 50% of the population might find funny, doesn't that mean that you're 50% less good at making jokes? And you're making 50% less money too. If I make a type of butter that only tastes good to half the population, all I'm doing is limiting my profit margin. He mentions he doesn't pander to women, but a lot of his clips are of crowd work where he's flirting with them.
I seem frustrated. A gift maybe help.
Yeah, like the majority of his clips that went viral are him flirting with women in the audience. And that's what pretty much made him famous, was TikTok and flirting with women.
Maybe after the show. Thank you so much. What's your name? Christina? You are so hot. Thank you so much. Widowed? Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. How long ago? Don't mind me asking. 1 year? Oh, it's so recent. You back on the market or what?
His website has a shirtless picture of him on the homepage for the boys, for the guys. And the preview for his Netflix special is him getting arrested for being too hot to be a comedian.
Everybody knows they only go into your shows for those traps, those tattoos, and them cheekbones.
You know, it sounds like y'all don't know me at all. You know, sometimes the way somebody looks doesn't depict who they are on the inside.
You mean part of your success relies on how physically attractive people think you are and not solely on your talent and hard work? That's like messed up. That's really annoying. He also talks a lot about how much he hates social media.
Yeah, he does flirt with all the older women as well.
which is fine, understandable.
Yeah, I reluctant.
Which, to be fair, like the older women tend to have more of a head on their shoulders. So when he started doing like DV jokes on his Netflix special, that really upset them, which is the majority of his like major fan base. And then he doubled and tripled down. He did the special needs helmet thing. Then he started showing up on Red Pill podcasts, talking crap about, women and stuff.
Started posting on TikTok beginning of last year. I've always hated social media.
But when social media and women are the main reasons for your success, and you like to complain about both of those things so frequently, do you like what you do? It's just strange to resent basically everything that got you to where you are, I think.
Yeah, it seems like he complains about everything that is his life, like his looks, women thinking he's hot, and social media. Like, I don't,
Oh my God. This is amazing. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. These boots, this jacket, this tent, this axe, this rope. I fucking hate rope. It seems like he's trying to separate himself from the crowd work comedy, which I think he's good at, and transfer over to the dark, edgy humor comedy.
You guys ready to be offended?
Because we don't have enough of that. He called his tour the Problematic World Tour because he's problematic. He loves problems and having problems and making problems. Pythagoras is jealous. He's quaking. And it kind of seems like it's working. I keep seeing comments from dudes on TikTok calling him a legend now. I didn't like Matt Rife until this video. Is Matt Rife for the boys now? He might be losing fans, but also gaining new ones. That helmet joke was solid. And if you want a new audience that thinks PewDiePie did nothing wrong on the bridge, then there you go. This wasn't his first dance with controversy. There was a podcast clip that got him into some trouble where he compared female genitalia to chewed up gum.
I don't love a giant. I don't want your pussy to look like the gum from
Okay, first off, one of you I think was saying he's really obsessed. Maybe he's into guys. Like, maybe that's what this whole thing is. Also, that is filler in the lips, guys. Like, if you don't like being hot, just get your filler dissolves. For real.
Sausage party. You know what I mean?
He also tried to make fun of Mason Ramsey in 2018. You know, the cute, sweet kid who yodeled in Walmart? He replied to a picture Mason posted on Twitter and tried to make fun of his birthmark. What's on your forehead? Some gum? Yoda lady, hey, don't bully that child, please. What is it with this guy and gum? Why does he hate gum?
Oh, yeah, it's the veneers. That's right.
Then he tried to backtrack and say he actually wanted to know, was genuinely curious, LOL.
I don't know. Like, I wonder too, Julie.
Well, I've got your new single on repeat, little man. No, you didn't. What, you just had a sudden interest in dermatology? Hey, what the fuck's wrong with your face? I have a skin condition. Okay, Jesus, I was just curious. Take these twice a day and it should clear up. Okay, thanks, doc. This wasn't a...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I know his preferences. I am just making fun of him because he clearly built an audience of women and then he's just running around saying he hates women. So, like, dude.
Controversy, but he posted a clip from one of his shows where a woman starts having a seizure in the crowd and the screen cuts to black and starts playing this peppy ukulele music.
Oh, shit. Yo, can we get a paramedic real quick? Paramedic, please. All right.
Because all I really see...
Like, see, and there, like, why keep that in your video? Unless you're trying to gain some favor back. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking advantage of someone's medical emergency to make you look good. For like, that was an edit. That was an edited video. You know? Like, that's fucking weird.
From him is crowd work, which again, I think is funny. I think he does crowd work really well. But I did watch the Netflix special.
The dumb general consensus they would say was shit like, how hard could it be to just follow the rules?
I watched most of the Netflix special. We have the infamous opening joke that started all of this, and he follows it up with that line that comedians do sometimes where they're like, just making sure y'all are a fun crowd, just making sure y'all are fun.
Testing the water, seeing if y'all are gonna be fun or not. Just wanted to see.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why he can't find. Yeah.
Just wanted to see.
Why can't the fun be like party favors? Why can't it be a pinata? Since you think hitting is funny. He spends a whole segment talking about how dumb women are for being into astrology and how stupid they are for believing in anything like that.
I am so tired of you ladies blaming your poor decision-making skills on planets.
And then a few minutes.
Like, why just ladies though? Like, men are into it too. Like, yeah.
Later, he has a segment about how he believes in ghosts.
That's true, actually. So, like, you're making fun of women for liking astrology, even though men like it too. But you believe in ghosts and you're trying to buy haunted houses right now. Like, come on. Oh, the like metrosexual thing. Do they? Well, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, I like, a man who cares about his appearance is good and everything. I don't see anything wrong with it. But it's more like, hold on, I'm finding another video to show you guys. It's more like just him constantly blaming his appearance for like making his life harder. Like, that's weird. Okay. Funky Frog Bait. Funky Frog Bait is also really good commentary. A little bit more serious than Chad, but like still funny. She's like dry humor. We'll play this, and then I'll try to find you guys a video about the scent bird crazy lady.
From a TikTok comedian beloved by women everywhere to complaining about how you can't make jokes these days on a YouTube channel that the relative whose Christmas tradition is making everyone else uncomfortable probably watches a lot. So, what happened? And why am I not surprised? Every tuber, like every pony, but for YouTubers, don't worry, it'll catch on, has been sitting in front of their cameras over the past couple weeks talking about Handsome Squidward's comedy special. So why am I showing up to the—
Okay, so I guess this is why it showed up in Google. I honestly didn't know that it makes sense. It makes sense people are making this joke. I wasn't paying that close attention. After I heard his jokes about DV, I was just like, yeah, I don't care about this guy anymore. He's an asshole.
Party way too late with a vegetable tray that no one will touch. That's honestly because when I first heard about this controversy, I didn't find it very interesting. Some talker—
Actually, yeah, blast rates. Emma Throne is very good. She did a video on Tyler Henry. Very, very good. She's really, she's a little bit more serious, a little bit of comedy. She's like, I think she's British, right? Or Australian, something like that. Very good.
Gets a taste of fame and starts saying misogynistic jokes. Yawn, boring, DJ. I've heard this one before. Play the next track. But when Matt Rife immediately ran to the frail arms of the watery-eyed Jordan Peterson of Daily Wire infamy, that's when I realized that there was some juice to be squeezed out of this story. Since at least 2014, Matt Rife has had many small roles in film and television, most notably in 16 episodes of the show Wild 'N Out. Me saying Wild 'N Out sounds so white. Something that Matt Rife struggles with. Oops, getting ahead of ourselves.
Hey, Zendaya, look, you're mixed. I want to be black. Let's make a lifestyle.
Shit, I remember this video now. Oh, this is bad. Okay, we're gonna watch it. I forgot about this part of his life. All right, let's do it.
So I can get your number, please.
Yikes, LOL. But it wasn't until this past year when clips of his stand-up went viral on TikTok that Matt Rife's comedy career really took off.
You drove 3 hours to see me? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. God damn. I'm so...
Matt's flirtatious, raunchy crowd work soon earned him a following of over 18 million. And with that popularity came the coveted Netflix special, the wet dream of every comedian since 2013. Ironically titling the special Natural Selection, the transition from crowd work to a formal pre-written set left Matt's material struggling in the deep end of the gene pool, and his jokes weren't strong enough to survive brutal reviews. Specifically, Matt has come under fire for the very first joke he opened his special with.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Woman get black eye from husband because she can't cook, haha. Anyone who paid for their seat is an idiot. There are thousands of 13-year-old boys with broken headsets in COD lobbies that would enthusiastically tell you jokes like that for free.
Cue the laughter, because you were supposed to picture a woman getting hit because she can't cook, and you were supposed to laugh. All of these jokes are dependent on other people's oppression and nuance and things that you don't really need to be touching.
Many women who previously enjoyed Matt Rife's stand-up felt that this special, and particularly the opening joke, was a massive middle finger, that he used the support of women to become rich and famous, and then immediately set out to alienate his female audience as quickly as possible. And all I have to say to that is... duh? I'm sorry, ladies, but you're telling me that you're surprised that this guy isn't very respectful towards women.
I mean,
that this guy.
Do we have women left in the chat? We all kind of like are familiar with this type of guy, right? If you guys have dated at all, I think we're all familiar with this kind of guy.
Isn't very respectful towards women. Come on, really? Did we all just collectively forget that he was on a podcast a few months ago saying super gross stuff about women's bodies?
Yes, what am I supposed to you or thumb wrestle? Like, I don't know.
I mean, both, honestly.
I don't love a giant. I don't want to look down and feel like they're like God left a tag on you. I just don't want your to look like the gum from Sausage Party.
I mean, honestly, what
yeah, and he went on this podcast tour after the special needs helmet thing.
They bring their boyfriends or husbands who are always reluctant because they probably bought the tickets.
Right.
They didn't want to be there. And then like 20 minutes into the show, they realized like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is.
Oh yeah, like he was talking himself into this because he was hemorrhaging an audience and he was just like trying to recover. I remember he like convinced himself of this. Like this is like total delusion. It's not more for the guys. He's so deluded.
20 minutes into the show, they realized like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is girls.
In an interview with Variety, he said about the upcoming special, "I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys."
I can't remember now. He made fun of a kid for chewing gum or something. He has veneers, so he can't chew gum.
Wanted to make this special for everybody. It's not for a specific demographic. Wait, so which is it? Is it for guys or is it for everybody?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, because he literally tells us in the middle of the special.
I'm realizing right now I need more guy fans. That would help a lot. If this room was 70% dudes the way it is women, this joke would have been like,
ah, yes, the sign of a true comedian.
Like that's what's so dumb. Like he built his whole audience of women on TikTok, and this was his first like lone special. What did you expect?
And blaming your audience when the joke doesn't land. This is a real comic legend in the making. I would argue that the main problem with Matt Rife's TV joke is not that it's offensive, but that it's just not funny. I actually am a big fan of dark humor. I don't indulge in it as much as I'd like to here, because when I do, Papa YouTube likes to spank me with demonetization, but I really don't have a problem with comedians referencing upsetting subjects in their stand-up. It's more about how you do it. For example, Eddie Murphy has a very well-known joke about DV. In his stand-up special, Modern Women, Eddie Murphy compares the timid wives of 1920s films with how the women of the 1980s would respond to a slap from their spouse, their vengeance sending a man fleeing from his own home. He effectively makes himself and men the butt of the joke while still handling this touchy topic. Now, I am not...
Yeah, like it just... He didn't start this like I'm too handsome shit until this Netflix special bombed on him. Like he knowingly has veneers and fillers and all this other stuff. He does his hair all fancy, and he built up his audience for women, and he did a lot of thirst traps on his TikTok too. So he built an audience of women. And then after he tried to whatever go to men, it's so dumb. Like the whole thing was so stupid.
Trying to compare Matt Rife to Eddie Murphy, that would actually be a joke. But I wanted to show an example of how you can pull off this type of dark humor. Dark humor isn't just stating an upsetting fact. It's injecting a shocking or disturbing reality into an unexpected context that creates an absurd scenario or introduces a subversion of expectations that takes the audience by surprise. This is the source of catharsis that allows people, even people who may be victims of the upsetting subject matter, to laugh and process their feelings. But to invoke jester's privilege, there is one important stipulation. You have to actually be funny. What's frustrating is I know that Matt Rife can do this because he does it twice in the special that I...
Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, does he go shirtless and do push-ups during... I don't watch their investigations because I just fucking can't deal. Like, I'll watch it if someone tells me that there's something in that stream that we should know about. But like, I've watched a lot of Elton. I've watched more Elton paranormal stuff than when Matt's there. When Matt's there, he feels like a celebrity guest, and I don't feel like he cares about the ghosts. Like, I don't know. I don't get that from him. I feel like he's just there to hang out with his friends or something. Like, I don't know. Does he do that during investigations?
Had to watch all the way through at 1.5 speed. He talks about how child ghosts in movies are almost always British, and then...
Yeah, please do send me a link to that, Alyssa. Yes, if he does that. Yeah, oh my god, really? Like, see what I mean though? Like, he knows what he's doing. And like, he dates women and stuff. Like, I don't think that it's for the... I think he's trying to pull in, like, he is doing... Oh, you know what he's doing? This worked for TikTok. So he's like, well, this will work for YouTube too. This will work to get me fans in the paranormal. But the paranormal, like, to be honest, well, no, I guess fans that watch, there is more women. There are more women than men, but it's a lot more men than the TikTok, like, ratio that he had to begin with.
Goes on to explain what he thinks an American child ghost would be like.
You imagine crawling into bed at 3 a.m. and then you hear, I hate this school.
Not particularly original, but it is an actual joke. It layers an upsetting fact behind an absurd premise. Later, he talks about being on a flight with an obnoxious toddler whose parent refused to keep under control.
I was this close to leaning over to the dad and being like, hey, you mind getting your kid away from me?
Is the existence of predators funny? Obviously not, but the idea of being so frustrated by the toddler next to you that you're willing to pretend to be one is, because it's so ridiculous. So
Elton fakes laughs and then says, why do you get naked when we investigate? Wow, Matt's really cringe, huh? Jeez.
Rife can tell dark jokes, albeit ones we already heard in middle school, but he chooses to open his special that he's been paid way too much to do with a throwaway comment about DV that you'd hear at a frat party. Why? Well, he tells us why.
Test the water, see if y'all are gonna be fun or not.
This isn't a joke. This is a pop quiz. Are you cool enough to laugh even if there is no punchline? Just a punch? It's such an incredibly backwards way of looking at comedy. It's your job as the comedian to prove that you're funny, not the audience.
Send me a link of him getting naked and doing push-ups, please. I need that for the video.
No. Dude, yeah. They haven't no brochures left.
Check in?
Yes. Elton, do you have any mail?
To Hotel Cecil, where guests check in and things get a little bit
I was in the middle of something when you guys came in, and I didn't think we had any guests for tonight, so...
We're gonna bulldog this. Wait, Pitbull? No, Pitbull this.
The special
Pomeranian Pitbull
was more frustratingly hypocritical than actually offensive. After making the DV joke, he talks with sadness about the death of John Lennon, a musician who, whether you like him or not, in an interview from 1981 admitted, I used to be cruel to my woman, and physically, any woman. I was a hitter. You should laugh at a woman being hit, but respect the death of a man who hit women. Okay. He spends the first part of his special angrily complaining about astrology girls, then later talks about his belief in ghosts.
And just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean... Part of that is to do with the fact that one of my biggest beliefs is in ghosts and monsters.
He talks about how he hates trolls on social media, how they're pathetic lowlives who complain and make fun of people, failing to recognize the irony that as a comedian, complaining and making fun of people is kind of his whole job.
That's a good point. Yeah. Like that's your job. So like
But the hypocrisy doesn't stop there. Do you guys remember when he was talking in an interview about how he's so attractive it makes being a comedian difficult?
I will say I don't think it helps you by any means. I mean, people don't want to laugh at like physically attractive people.
Humble brag much, but like the accent he does on stage, many people suspect that Matt Rife's pretty face is also fake. And even though Matt Rife insists that his chiseled jawline is his cross to bear due to a second puberty, people continue to theorize.
Oh yeah, because I know I've seen things like about this. I don't like to like pick on people's looks, but I'm just gonna say like there is like pictures out there, like before and after stuff, where like he drastically his looks change when he's like 20. And then he says he just grew into his looks. That usually happens like when you're a teenager, right? Anyway. Thank you for sending me that.
And joke about the work he may have had done. But Matt Rife is so comfortable with dark humor, surely he won't mind a few jabs about the few jabs of Botox he may or may not have had.
That's funny. Me after creating the greatest jawline ever seen just for my patient to get canceled right after. That's funny. And like, hey, I've gotten fillers in my lips. They're like, I mean, I haven't been able to afford more, so I don't really think there's a lot left in it. There's a little bit left, but like, there's nothing wrong with getting fillers, but just admit that you fucking get fillers, man. Like, that's what I mean. It's just like I won't make fun of things people can't change, but we don't know for sure that he got fillers, but like his lips definitely are fillers. I recognize filler lips. And just admit it. Like just own it. You know, like if you're so confident in yourself and you're one of the boys, guys, whatever, then you should be able to admit that you've had work done. Like, it's so dumb.
Lying about medical history is illegal, just FYI.
That's kind of weird, Matt, considering he didn't even...
Wait, Matt said that in response? Wow. Self-conscious much?
Medical history is illegal, just FYI.
That's kind of weird, Matt, considering he didn't even mention your name. A very offended comment from a guy who posted on his Instagram story that anyone offended by his jokes is mentally disabled. Maybe you should get one of those helmets for yourself, Matt. I'm too far south to get snow this time of year, but I spy a snowflake. He's also apparently started beef with the...
Yeah, like if I'll tell you guys, like if I ever get rich or anything, I'm gonna get fillers done. I'm gonna get more, like that's the only reason I haven't like redone my lips and stuff. Like it's like $700, $800 to get my lips done. And that's just one syringe. If I wanted to go bigger, then it'd be like another $700, $800, right? That's just lips. There is a way to do that chisel jaw thing, and I have watched a lot of videos with men that have gone and gotten it dissolved because they realized that they look like Squidward, and it creeped them out after. Like eventually, it was cool like a few years back, but now it's like, eh. So like you can accomplish all this with fillers, just like my upper lip. You guys can't see it, but I can feel it. So my upper lip has definition where I can feel the peak in it. And it's flipped up a little bit. And I never had this my whole life. And yes, it's been like 3 years since I've had the lip fillers, but that definition has stayed. So you can like shape the face, the skin and the face and the fillers. You can shape it into like square and stuff. Like it's crazy what they can do.
Child of this content creator, Bunny Hedaya, because she posted a joke video of her son calling out Matt for saying Jupiter has a ring instead of Saturn.
Matt Rife has decided to start beef with my 6-year-old child online. The things he said that weren't even funny were posted on TikTok, and I started being tagged in them because everyone knows that my son He's like a genius, and he's really into space.
Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real. Your mom buys your presents with the money
That's so weird. That he would post this and like he's not even spelling things right. Oh, and the money she makes on, yeah, probably OF or whatever. So, yeah, he's shaming women now. Like this one, like I'm talking to people in the paranormal, and I'm like, no, guys, Matt's an asshole. And they're like, oh, he would probably be so mad if he found out what Elton's doing and like, what's going on with this Conjuring house. I'm like, he doesn't care. He's an asshole. Like, he's a jerk. He has a history of being a jerk. He's good friends with Zach Bagans. And yeah, he said this to a little kid. I do remember that he said this to a little kid. It's just uncalled for. Like, there's no reason for it. He did this when this was when he was tripling down. This is when he got into controversy. He was being canceled, and instead he decided to triple down and move over to like the red pill community. Yeah, Taryn just went saw him. He's live. He's pretty funny. Yeah, like I'll give him that. Like, he is a good crowd work comedian. He is really funny when he's doing his crowd work. Everything else about him is gross, but he does good crowd work. Yes. Matt is probably a good guy if you like not good people. I mean, yeah, he's a good guy. There, cancels out.
There is no reality where he didn't rage type this with tears in his
Yeah, he did rage type it because he spelled it wrong.
His eyes.
This is my IG where he left the comment. Do I look like I don't even show my body?
I have to.
Oh, this isn't even an OF Instagram. Yeah, that's weird.
Do I look
uncalled for?
I don't even show my body.
I have to say, all of this feels suspiciously orchestrated. Matt has been saying for months and months that he resents his female audience and that his jokes are for men. During his special, he jokes about DV, makes fun of women's interests, mocks his generation, and complains about cancel culture. It's like a clumsy mating dance to attract the audience.
Wait, Alyssa, I almost got to see him back in August, but my friend decided to take someone else because I wanted to make a ringtone, a REM pod sound, since he hates it. Oh, does he hate the REM pod? That's hilarious.
He actually wants conservative men. This is the audience he needs applause from to feel like a real comedian.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out Paranormal Brew. Chris, if you want to throw a link in. Since you're a mod and I'm being lazy today.
I have a primarily female audience, and unlike Matt Rife, I'm not ashamed of that, but I do know that a lot of my subscribers are men, and to you guys specifically, I have to ask, doesn't this feel super condescending? I feel like men should be just as offended by this situation as women. How patronizing is it to think you can just win men over by repeating the same shocking, dated jokes that we all heard in middle school? Hey fellas, women are lame, right? Won't you like me now? Oh please, oh please, oh please. Matt Rife thinks.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. REM pod and the Spirit Boxer's least favorite. I can understand the Spirit Box. I hate that thing. It's so annoying. I can't stand it. The REM pod, I think you can turn down the volume a little bit, but like the REM pod shouldn't be like right next to your ear. Like that's sort of part of the problem with it. But to be honest, like I wouldn't even buy that crap because it's stupid. It's a theremin kit.
That men are such mindless Neanderthals that he doesn't have to be creative or funny.
Everybody heard the bird's the word. Bird is the word. All right.
He can just say gross stuff and pivot to a totally new audience. Somehow it's kind of working.
Why do you think you were inclined when this Tempest in a Teapot emerged to make arguably even a worse joke, which I'm very pleased about, by the way. I thought that was actually a master.
What is he wearing now? Is this Jordan Peterson? What? I haven't looked at this guy in like forever. I wasn't aware that he's like a Victorian textiles manufacturer now.
Stroke because you topped what you were being accused of by picking on an even lower status group.
Oh, Matt, you're so funny. Oh, Jordan, you're so smart for thinking I'm funny. You want to hold hands? Maybe kiss a little bit? Men are already clamoring in Jordan Peterson's comment section that they love Matt Rife now, not because he's improved as a comedian, but purely because he's been canceled. Everything is so heavily polarized that
Yeah, like literally he's built a new audience just based on the fact that he's been canceled. Like that, literally that's all it is.
something as unimportant as a comedian telling a joke that didn't land with his audience becomes a blood-soaked banner to gather around. It's no longer important for a comedian to say something funny, just something you agree with that makes the other team mad. Matt Rife's career isn't ruined like everybody's saying, he just hit the pipeline from mediocre entertainer to far-right talking head like a water slide. Matt is speed running the cancellation process so he can get the approval from men he so desperately craves, and at this point, he's already amassed enough fame and fortune that this short-lived outrage will probably barely affect him. The internet has the attention span of a goldfish with dementia, and next week I'm going to be sitting in front of my camera, probably talking about another boogeyman, and Matt Rife will continue to enjoy his millions. In fact, by the time this video goes up, most of you will have probably already forgotten that Matt Rife even existed.
Oh, you know, and she's actually a comedian.
Hey,
she does stand up.
Yeah, make us laugh!
What are her pronouns? I think it might be they. You said that your daughter watches this channel, Froggy Bait. Sorry, I always forget. Funky Frog Bait. This person, hold on. Let me check pronouns. They, them. Okay. They are very funny and have very good like political commentary and keeping it like not aggressive. Like they make really good jokes about this.
Women. Am I right?
Okay. Selena. I mean, I wouldn't watch Selena because she's a liar. So hold on. Let me play you guys this one thing. Okay, so then Elf Cosmetics decided 5 months ago to do an ad with Matt Rife. That's totally appropriate.
Hey girl, has overpriced beauty hurt your wallet?
Elf that.
Elfino and Schmarns have gone to Elf Court for millions of clients, helping them to access beauty products they deserve at prices that won't injure their livelihoods.
Just ask the elfing people.
I know a thing or two about red flags. And pricey makeup, you deserve better than that.
You maybe.
I know a thing or two about red flags. I know a thing or two about red flags. And pricey makeup, you deserve better than that.
You may be entitled to benefits.
Let's get you those eyes, lips, funds.
Find out what your case and face are really worth.
Call us at 1-855-COLD-HARD-LASH.
That's 1-855-265-34.
273-2274.
How people going to remember that?
Well, here's a number you can remember. $9.
Elfino and Schwartz, affordable beauty attorneys, will win the elfing case for you.
Yeah, this is a real ad that Elf put out. I guess they assume that if they put Matt next to a drag queen, that he would be less offensive. And then they even put in a joke about how he is a walking red flag. Like, seriously? But this is what's happening now. Advertisers are doing rage bait. This is like the thing now. All right, thank you guys for watching. Yes, I know I'm going to be posting some videos of clips of a recent live stream that we did. I'm just like really bogged down with the other issue that y'all know that we've been going live about. So this is a little clipped up version of the video of Matt, and I'm going to be releasing another video as well that is related to more true crime sponsors, YouTube sponsors, and cults. And I'm just going to end with a thank you to all the members, patrons, and supporters. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, share it out as well. It helps the channel grow. And I will see you guys live in the next, I don't know. We'll see how many more days I need to work on this. Okay.